Hey gang, I want to talk about the sun. I want to talk about rainbow auras, and I want to talk about dreaming together. And these are three things that just came crashing into my awareness in the last 2 days. These all involve the wave or the event, that mysterious thing that's all abuzz on the internet that Alison Coe and her hypnosis subjects thought was happening in March, and various intuitives and healers and channelers are all perceiving is already happening and happening in waves, not just one big wave. Yeah, and this wave is an energy wave, obviously, and it's coming in, and like maybe there is going to be one big final wave, but it's coming in energy drifts. So first of all, the sun. Well, I just got home, so I'm taking my shoes off. Guess what? The sun is acting really weird, and I'm going to put a link to the sun article below this video. Now, we all know that there has been a lot of strange solar activity in the last while. And basically what I'm going to reference here is these mass coronal tears or holes in the sun that have been appearing in the last couple of years. And more recently, the article below documents a strange phenomena in which these tears, and when you have these mass coronal tears or holes in the surface of the sun, it is, I believe, when the sun does eject it's called a mass coronal ejection, and it sends solar wind towards Earth and it buffets our atmosphere, and that's when you end up having sometimes satellites are disturbed, where communication systems can kind of be disrupted. We have more aurora borealis, and we all feel it energetically, right? So this weekend in which I'm recording this video, I believe we're experiencing the incoming geomagnetic energy of a recent flare. All I can tell you is I've had a headache for 3 days, okay? And I'm dying of thirst. I'm super thirsty and I'm craving carbs, which I never do. I've become the queen of pasta in the last week. So look at your body, see how it's feeling. But the point of the article is this. There's this cosmic radiation factor that goes down when the sun is having solar wind activity. Like, it's inversely correlated. And this man has been documenting this pattern for 5 years, who writes the article. He's a scientist, okay? He's not a solar scientist, but he is a scientist, and I think he's an engineer. And he's like, what's going on? Because the cosmic radiation factor is actually not decreasing in correlation to or correspondence to the increase in the coronal holes and solar winds and coronal ejections, and that's unusual. So it's unprecedented since they've been recording solar activity in recorded history. So let's wonder about that. That's number one. And are you feeling weird, tired, thirsty? People's bodies are aching, minor low-grade headaches. I never get headaches. It's been like 3 days of an ongoing headache. So consider that, I thought it was some medication I was on. I went off of it and it wasn't that. So consider that. Second thing I want to talk about is rainbow auras. So a lot of the stuff that goes on with the whole event in the wave is talking about the rainbow energy, the rainbow bridge, the rainbow this, the rainbow that. And then we actually see this fact we have rainbow mountains and rainbow lakes and rainbow trees, and everything's turning rainbow on Earth in strange ways, because like if you're into the Mandela effect, people are going, don't remember those rainbow lakes in, Bolivia or Peru, or I don't remember those rainbow mountains or these rainbow trees. So that's a good question, right? What's going on with the rainbow? It has something to do with this wave. So I had a Shiatsu session that I just came back from, and my Shiatsu lady, I've had her for a couple of years. She's the one that said, whoa, your spine's straight, and what happened? That was in January. If you go back to my videos, you see my spontaneous scoliosis healing story. But today she was working on me, and she said, your aura is like a rainbow. Okay, I'm not making this up. Your aura is like a rainbow. She says, I really haven't seen that before. And I go, what do you normally see? And she goes, well, in most people I see colors, like one color only. And she says, if I see gray or black, it's not a good sign. And I knew what she meant, health issues and stuff. But I mean, I've been going to her forever, and she's never commented that I have a rainbow aura. But I was so deeply enjoying my Shiatsu, I didn't want to go into a long conversation about it, because I go into like a nice trance when I'm being worked on. So when I see her next, which is probably a week from now, I'm going to ask her in detail what she meant by that. And did I always have this rainbow colored energy? Because she's been seeing me for more than 2 years. So she, is this new? So stay tuned for the rainbow auras. And those of you out there who see auras, are you seeing people with new rainbow auras? And the third thing is menopause brain. What was the third thing I want to talk about? Dreaming together. Oh my God, I had this dream a couple of nights ago and it's not like so powerful. Like I didn't even have to write it down. I remember my dreams very well. And in the dream, I was shown that in the future of humanity, as we move through this event and these waves and whatever you want to call it, the ascension process, we're going to begin to dream together. I don't mean daydream together, you know. I mean like when you go to sleep at night and you have dreams, we're going to be dreaming together. And I don't know how that looks because sometimes I dream about people or they dream about me, and very occasionally we'll say, I dreamt about you last night, and they say, I dreamt about you too, and we correlate that experience. But quite often that doesn't happen. They dream about me or I dream of them. Or I dream of dead people, by the way, and all that. That's another whole story. Spirits of the dead often show up for me in my dreams, just as they're passing, actually, sometimes after. Anyway, the interesting part of that to me is this. If we're all dreaming together in the future, doesn't that sound like a variation of telepathy, which we've all heard of, that we're maybe going to move into more telepathic function with each other? So the idea of going to sleep and dreaming together, of course, would depend on who's asleep at the time. A whole swath of the world dreaming at the same time, right? We're probably all, the North Americans are more or less dreaming together, and then the Europeans are dreaming together because we're asleep at the same time. But I knew it to be actually literal, not like a metaphor. We're going to dream the big dream together. We're going to be dreaming together. I find that exciting and interesting. Fascinating, even. Ha! Those are the three things, guys. Crazy ass sun. Are you feeling it? What's your aura? Is it a rainbow? And are you excited, or can you imagine that we dream in the dream time at night together? What does that look like? Okay, thanks for listening. Oh, I am Lorianne Luthian, the Awakened Dreamer. I'll post my blog below. And don't forget to subscribe and put the little bell. Click that little bell if you want alerts when I post something. I am the last person to remember to do that, but someone told me I'm supposed to say that at the end of my videos. All right, see you guys around. Ooh, look at the light. It's the end of the day in Vancouver, and the sun is just streaming in my living room window. Ooh.